Back out here on the trails. Probably shouldn't be going solo, but got some people behind me. Tear down and have a sail. As you guys can see, the squad is back in action. In this video, we'll be doing Mottino Wash and Gold Mountain as a shakedown run. It's been a while since I've been in action. I had to get some stuff fixed on the rig. It took a little longer than I expected. So when we typically do Mottino Wash, we always start at Rattlesnake Canyon. As soon as I pull up on Mottino Wash, run into this guy. Nah, he's pretty cool. One of my buddies I talk to all the time on Instagram. There's a couple other rigs that I follow on Instagram that just happen to be out that day. This straight axle swap Toyota 4Runner is pretty nice. And the man's not scared to wheel it, so you should check out his Instagram. Oh, there you go. We all have our partners in crime, and this is one of his partners. Both of them like to get down on the trail. Definitely give him a follow too on Instagram. This guy and I always talk trash to each other on Instagram, but we're pretty cool with each other. Nothing like frenemies. I give him a lot of credit. He'll wheel at IFS just like it's a solid axle vehicle. Funny thing, this is the last time we end up seeing these guys on the trail because he ended up breaking something trying to hardline.
We're just making clearance.
That's a good line.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
So I've had my Gladiator since November 2020. So in May 2021, I finally got a lift and some tires, but I had no lockers. In 2024, I finally ended up getting the front locker.
Go driver a little bit more. Okay, now go passenger. There you go. Okay, now turn on your rear locker. Turn on your rear locker.
I'm so used to not having lockers. I keep forgetting that I do have lockers now, both front and rear.
Drop. So I'll tell you when you're gonna drop though, okay? You're gonna drop right now. That's slow. You're good. Hold it right there. All right, go ahead. It was.
I don't know the details about this red Jeep, but it was pretty nicely built. I love seeing it in action. It's always good to see something different on the trails. This is one of my partners in crime. He's the reason I came out to do a run with him and him at Jeep Club.
Perfect. You can do it.
Keep going. Turn it. Okay, turn it straight a little bit. Okay, right there. Keep that right there. Keep that right there. You're good. You're good. You're golden. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I rolled off too early.
Keep going.
Huh?
Yep. Keep going. I'll tell you when to start turning driver. Yep. Okay, driver. Driver. It's gonna feel funny. Driver. Slowly. Try to back up one time and straighten out.
So next we end up hitting Gold Mountain. To get to Gold Mountain, once we finish Mottino Wash, we just jump back on Rattlesnake Canyon, connect the Rattlesnake Canyon with Burns Canyon, and voila, it'll take you to Gold Mountain. It does take some time. Probably took us about 45 minutes to an hour to get to Gold Mountain, something like that. We were pretty curious to see what the conditions of Gold Mountain was going to be since it had snowed pretty good a few weeks prior. But the week leading up to this trail, it was actually pretty sunny, so a lot of the snow ended up melting. The front half of Gold Mountain is always pretty easy for the most part, even with the snow. But that back half could be very tricky because it's a downhill that'll connect you with 3 and 16 Holcomb Valley. And that downhill could be very slick and very icy because most of it's in the shade. Now, Gold Mountain is one of the easier rock crawling trails in Big Bear. There's technically 6 rock crawling trails in around Big Bear. Only 5 are very well known. 1, not too many people know about. Those 5 trails from west to east would be Dishpond Springs, Holcomb Creek, John Bull, Gold Mountain, and Mottino Wash. Now that 6th trail most people don't know about, and it's called Garden of Eden, or aka Upper Rattlesnake Canyon. Now, Garden of Eden is pretty short, but that one I have not done, but it's definitely on my to-do list. But that one you could get a good amount of damage from everything I've seen. It's coming, it's coming. There you go. There you go. Woo. Put on my hoodie, it's cold out here. Man. See, when I came, it was when I came when it was snowing, all this was snow. Really? Yeah. So this is the back half of Gold Mountain, the downhill portion that'll connect you with 3 and 16, Holcomb Valley. As you can see, it was still snow on that side, but it wasn't bad to where it made going down hard or sketchy or anything like that. Now this is the end of Gold Mountain. Going to the right is the shortest way to get to pavement. Now when you go to the left, this portion of 3 and 16 has the most water holes after it snows and heavy rain, so you always have to be careful because some of these water holes can be very deep. Now this particular water hole coming up, the right side is typically very deep. I'm on 42s and I'm pretty sure it will fully submerge the 42s. Now since I'm by myself, I decided not to try some of these deep water holes because that's the last thing you want to do is get stuck in the middle of one and be by yourself. As you can see, that water ended up coming up on my hood. That one was actually really deep that I wasn't expecting. That's one of the main ones I should not have been going through by myself. Just a word of advice, whenever you're going into some of these water holes, don't go in there with speed, because I've seen way too many people damage their engine or hydrolock their engine by it getting flooded with water. What I typically do is go slow in, and then I will probably speed as I'm going out, but I'll never go fast into the water.
Hey bro, where you been?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, last year, I decided to take a trip to Utah. Moab to be specific. While in Moab, I was trying to knock out trails left and right to earn a bunch of badges. I think we were about on our 6th trail while we were out there, and we were doing Metal Masher. Now overall, Metal Masher is not a hard trail. I just saw this particular line I just had to take, and I ended up breaking my ujoint. Now granted, in all these years of me wheeling my rig, I haven't had any major damage. So as I was climbing this obstacle, my ujoint gave, and instead of me taking it out of 4-wheel drive right away, I backed out with it in 4-wheel drive. So not only did that damage my ujoint more, that broke the ears off my axle shaft. Now I did not have on me the socket to be able to take the axle shaft out. So I had to finish the trail in 2-wheel drive. I still had more obstacles to go and some hill climbs. As most of you could imagine, sending it, skinny pedal, 42s, and Dana 44s, yeah, it's not a good thing to do. So I tried to use a bunch of zip ties to keep my axle shaft in place enough to where it won't flop around while I was driving. So after that day, we managed to get a socket to fit, took out the axle shaft, and hit one more trail before I left Moab. Drove all the way back home to Cali, but I could tell it was pulling to the side, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Long story short, got back to Cali, had the rig checked out, and we thought it was a bent axle. We did some brainstorming to see what I should do. Of course, running 42s with Dana 44s wasn't the best idea to begin with, so I did not want to go back down that route. With support from my shop at that time, decided to bite the bullet and went with some tons. Due to unforeseen circumstances, after ordering the tons, I didn't end up getting them until about 6 months later. Then while I was waiting, right at summertime, my rear end ended up going out. So there was no need for me to get the rear end fixed, 'cause I had tons on the way. So the rig was parked in the front yard for about 5 months. 5 long months. So as you can see by this video, my rig is fully back in action. So videos will start back flowing. Looking forward to getting back out with the squad. In 2 weeks, I'll be going to EJS for the first time, so I will definitely have more videos to come. Remember to like, subscribe, and catch us on Instagram to come out and roll with us sometime. We out.